is posted and the book is available for purchase to everyone. This way, to maintain some of my objectivity, I won't be specifically motivated to give a good review. Even though I'm going to give it a good review because I've read the entire system now. Go ahead, Holtz. Sorry.
In other words, if the game sucks ass, you're probably not going to be getting a contract with them.
Well, no. Specific agreement is they're not allowed to watch my review even after it's published until we have finished negotiating the contract.
Ah, okay.
This is to avoid... This is specifically so that I can maintain my own personal levels of objectivity when it comes to doing a review, and they will not be influenced one way or another concerning a sponsorship deal. I'm trying my best to not taint it. They won't actually. They won't be paying me. It'll be a different type of sponsorship, similar to what Kitsui gives me.
You'll be paid in exposure.
I will be paid in exposure, and in this case, exclusivity. When people specifically request to see digital versions of what plays out in the game, they will be directed to my videos. And only my videos, by the company.
Oh, that's awesome. That means anyone who plays this fucking game will see your shit.
I will also be mentioned in the later released books as an official streamer.
That is awesome. Can't say if I'm going thumbs up right now.
It's no money, but it is advertising that I basically don't pay for so long as I'm running their systems. How's everyone else doing?
Pretty good.
Doing alright.
Been a hell of a weekend.
Interesting, my eye is bugging out.
I'm sorry. Hi everybody. Glad to see all of you tuning in. I hate you so much right now, Hetty. That is a bit more dragon booty than I was hoping for.
Where's the dragon booty?
Well, tabletop.
By the way, hi everyone, I'm driving, so can't.
We're on RPG live stream, Dad. Don't mean to be rude. So, who was supposed to give the recap this week? Was it me or somebody else? Oh, if it was me, I'm a bad person and forgot.
I gave it last week.
Remember.
Oh, right, we didn't have a...
We had a very short session.
So I need to do the pre-game announcements, and then we'll get started. By the way, you'll notice that I'm eating popcorn because I'm basically skipping my lunch. Please don't be mad and upset with me. It's for a very good reason. And that reason is I'm actually starting to see the hump of my weight loss, where I will start getting below where I started. I must say, stream is supported by you guys. Please do drop a tip if you can. I would humbly appreciate it. Hitomi would also appreciate it, because all tips today are shared with the GM who's helping me create the content. The stream will be reposted tomorrow on the main YouTube channel, because it takes that long to render and upload 5 hours of video. There will be a review posted tomorrow, or some other content with a reminder at the end for when the next stream is, along with a link to that stream and that content moving forward. YouTube has put me into limbo status as far as the appeal goes, which is a shitty position to be. It's referred to as limbo status because it means we are waiting on a supervisor to make the final ruling, which can take up to a month. A month. From the sounds of it, it is almost an entirety waste of my time to do the appeal anyway, because by the time that they get to it, I will only be 2 weeks away from the strike being removed anyway.
That's kind of bullshit.
Joy fills my soul.
Still fight it.
I understand.
Well, you could use this salt to just salt the popcorn you're currently eating. But what do I know?
In the meantime, I am also, as I said at the beginning of the stream, announcing that we will be running another Fallout Equestria game when the books become available for purchase. I am talking to L9 on and off in the last couple of days to finalize the sponsorship deal. Part of the deal means that any players who participate in the game must purchase, or I must purchase for them, a digital copy. Because I'm already under the press NDA contract that I can't actually give you a copy anyway. I can't stop someone else from giving you a copy, but that would be shitty is the term. Other than that, I think that's all the announcements. I'm sorry that I'm not quite high energy yet. I need to finish my tea before that happens. And I need to go adjust the lighting in the room to the film lighting instead of the ambient lighting. So with that, take it away, who's ever supposed to do a quick recap, and I'm going to switch to push to talk now.
Alright, I'll hit this up. Last time on RWBY RPG.
It can be summed up
Monday
in 2
rolled
words.
by
Cooper
and-
detention.
They hit up operations class, and in operations class, Nikita asked for Cooper to get more detention, which he did, which earned him his 4th detention so far this week. They're missed on their homework, but are making it up with an in-class project right now to plan out a raid on a group of rebels that are infesting Atlas. We join them now in their lessons.
I kind of forgot. 2 weeks.
It's the cave that terrorists had, well,
Yes.
quote unquote terrorists had seized.
Yes, the current rebellion that's been rocking Atlas started with the seizing of this mine by some well-armed workers. They've currently been in a standoff with the Atlas military, and so far as a pure sort of thought experiment and homework to get you used to planning such things, your Professor Camilla Tenning has requested that you draw up a battle plan to raid that mine complex, find the leader of the rebellion, and either assassinate them or extract with them. And as you can see, Hetty started taking a bunch of notes as we ended out the last session.
I mean, it doesn't really seem like Hunter's work. I mean, it seems more just Atlas problem.
The professor looks over at Cooper and says, "Hunters take bounty missions, and this would be a bounty mission."
Bounty missions on bandits, not political dissidents.
Cooper, it's just a lesson. Don't get whiny political about it.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to force us to go and actually enact these plans. That would be bad form.
The professor points at Callie and says, "Yes, Callie."
Is there any reason that would stop the Atlas military from starving out that group out of that mine?
Well, that's been the plan so far, is the military's had them under siege, but we have no idea how many supplies they have in there or how long they can hold out. As long as they are in there, as long as their leader is alive, they're serving as a symbol for their nascent little rebellion.
So rather going in the main way, couldn't we just dig another tunnel into one of the smaller tunnels?
That would make a lot of noise.
Not really if you know how to make tunnels. Says Pikachu from the back of the class.
I think you could try. You'd have to obviously get proper digging equipment for that, and some people who know how to drill, and someone.
Or it's either you lay siege to someplace with 2 proper defensive walls, 2 battle towers, a few barracks in the front way, or you go around to where it's least defended, where they don't expect an attack.
Well, probably best would be both. I mean, Atlas has, say, God knows how many basic just drones. Attack them at the front with as many mechanized units as you can. Things that, well, if they get shot down, they're just cash. They're machines. Have all of them distracted at one place. Have the vast majority of them outside of the tunnels trying to fend off a mechanized assault, and then find your way to sneak in.
How do you ping the map?
Click and hold.
Click and hold.
You see that spot there? In the back corner?
You can mark it with color. It's a bit... might be easier
Back
instead of
corner
just picking
where?
it.
Yeah, you can just draw on the. I see where you're pointing, but you can draw on that outline.
Okay, what is that?
So we stop the flashes.
That is, according to the plans we have drawn up, one of the newer access shafts that have been mined out.
Oh, way back there.
As in access to someplace else or access to the surface?
Digging down below.
Okay, so they're going down with that.
Now, a large mine complex like this would probably have additional ventilation shafts for portions of the mine. Where would those be?
Which would have been my next question.
Those aren't marked on our schematics, so you would have to reconnaissance and discover where they are.
But at least that's on top of the mountain and not, inside a hostile area.
Indeed.
Well, that's assuming the vents are even big enough to let anyone through.
Oh, no, you just clog them up, suffocate them.
If they aren't big enough, would...
If they aren't big enough, then shove so much nerve gas down them that they're gonna die anyway.
Or get a smaller drone into them, additional reconnaissance deep to the...
We still have that drone that Cooper got?
Yeah,
Why didn't no one use it yet?
we have.
Because this is theory.
It is theory crafting, it's not actual
Above the mine on the mountain, is there either a road or a plateau or something else that could be used as a base to rope down? As in, while the Atlasian military is putting on pressure on the defenders to distract them, a small team uses ropes to get down the slope?
Could
We'd
be.
have to airlift up near the summit, but there would be trails going down. The last 200 feet is quite treacherous, though.
Take note of the notes posted just above the palisades. 60 to 80% incline, loose rocks and vegetation.
So I'm trying to understand this. This is a valley or a mountain?
A mine.
No, a mine can go down or can go down into the earth or up into a mountain. Are we going? Is it a valley or a mountain?
It's a mountain that's going sideways into it.
So as we approach, we're approaching from the valley under the base of the mountain.
Yep.
Okay, so this is uphill all the way to the walls.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, send a scouting party, find the ventilation shafts, stick them with a bunch of red dust explosives, blow them up, get them to cave in.
Now, is this a dust quarry?
It is a mineral mine. It's not dust.
So you can't just send one little drop and watch the whole thing go up.
Well, I'm thinking we wouldn't want to make sure. We don't want the whole thing to go up. The whole thing going up would be bad.
You don't want to. We don't care.
No. Don't dismiss young Miss Faye. She has a point there. You have to think of your consequences of your actions.
Sorry, can I just sort of jump in? I know I'm not going to stay long, but my understanding is that it's preferable to minimal casualties on this one, because a mass wiping out of what is basically miners is going to cause a lot of anger against the Atlas military.
Agreed. We don't want to make martyrs out of them if we want to stop the uprising.
The professor nods at that and goes, yeah, one person dead would be cutting the head off the snake. The whole mine dead is going to be a massacre.
Is the entire courtyard well lit at night?
All that we've seen is basic flames and torches. Not very well lit at all.
That sounds like it might be possible to sneak up there during the night. However, once you're inside the walls, remaining undetected might get a tad bit harder.
Kelly? I don't think that applies to us.
I mean, as long as you're inside the mine and you don't exactly look like Atlasian military, couldn't it be hard? I mean, you're dusty, you look like you belong, and dress being in some set of miner uniforms would blend right in.
Yeah, that's the point. What race are these people?
Miners are mixed, mostly faunus. Some humans in there too.
You ask what race they are, you know the answer's going to be mostly us.
I don't know, it could be a penal camp for humans who misbehaved.
Nah, Cooper's not there yet.
Cooper just slowly turns his head and looks in the key like, really?
Keyword there. Yet.
To be honest, my choice for these things is just turn invisible and sneak in there, but if you guys want to take any other way, be my guest.
Well, sneaking one person in is one thing. You need a group.
One person, like if Nakashi use her talents to go inside, would be useful for learning layout, such as where the leader rests, or where any hostages would be located, but one person is not a strike force.
You could get in there and you could get out there unseen, but I'm not confident enough in your luck that you're going to be able to either assassinate or capture the person that we're interested in and then get out.
At this point, Mikashi puts her hand on Kelly's shoulder and turns both of them invisible. Not so hard, if I have the proper conditions.
But that's one of the things about field assignments. You can never assure proper conditions in anything. That's why, again, I say it'd probably be best if you had some amount of, at least the Atlesians' armored mechanical units, at least distracting them up at front. I mean, a bunch of automatons just barreling down upon them would provide enough distraction to at least get most of them out of the mine.
I don't think we need to distract them. I honestly think Harley is correct for once. As much as I personally would like to go in and just blow them all to Kingdom Come, I think we honestly should make our presence in there as minimally known as possible.
And albeit one person may be able to get in and get out with their special talents, if that one person gets caught behind
I'll be nice today.
the barricade,
no extra
they have no
showers
support.
No extra showers needed. That's
Yeah,
creepy.
but who said I would be caught? Even if they do, I could just flash them and wait inside until you guys start your assault.
Again, that turns it into an assault.
We're also planning as if we would be the ones taking it on. I don't think they're going to be sending us to take it on.
Yeah, you're on the assumption that whoever goes and does this has your talent.
Gotta think for simple soldiers to take this on, not, trained hunters. Because personally, I'd turn down this bounty.
We are hunters. We are allowed at our discretion to decline. And quite honestly, this is the most distasteful work I think we've ever been asked to do.
I'm here to kill 3 things. My dad, Grim, and bandits, in that order. These are none of these things. I have no interest.
I still found in this one. This is turning out much more of a bother than I could imagine.
There's nods and goes, I understand what you're all saying, and the point is just that you might have to deal with situations like this, The particulars don't necessarily matter as much as just getting you used to thinking outside of what's directly in front of you.
I mean, I can understand if these are all bandits and we're hired to take them out, but at that point, you're killing everything wholesale. You're not worrying about survivors.
Akahima's fuming, but showing enough restraint to not get Cooper in detention yet. Like, literally looks like a little ball of angsty rage.
Something the matter, Akahima?
The particulars matter.
She does have a point.
Whether we would actually take this mission or not is at the principle of what we should be deciding before we worry about if it's tactically advantageous to do and how to execute it.
She takes a moment, she looks you over, and she just seems to be appraising you with her gaze, and she looks over to Cooper and arches up an eyebrow.
Can you say that again? I tell me you cut off.
Oh, she looks over to Cooper and eyebrow and just gives Cooper a questioning look.
Cooper agrees with her. He ain't gonna say anything.
Well, she goes over to her podium and she closes her notebook and she says, well, class dismissed. You're free for the rest of the day.
Deflates and looks genuinely shocked.
I have the sickening feeling we'll be seeing this on Saturday.
Hunters do have the authority to turn down a mission. This is the teacher's assessment that we have determined that this is not work we are willing to accept unless the exercise is at an end.
Well, no, it's more I feel we're going to be seeing this Saturday, considering we have detention.
How do you think this is happening right now and that they're going to send students out to resolve it?
Yes.
They sent students out to resolve a dragon.
Well, to be fair, they didn't know that there was a dragon. Or at least a
lack of communication with an entire settlement. They sent students out to find out what the problem was.
They also sent me and the rest of my team to put down a rebellion. Well, sort of rebellion. Why Akahima had to kill someone. Because we couldn't prevent everyone from escaping. So yes, I do think they'll send us there. On Saturday.
When you mention that, I start to speak and then I just get really quiet and beside myself.
Alright, as we're walking out of the class, I looked to the others and I asked, I said, on the assumption that in some way or shape or form, they're going to come up with a way that we're going to do this, should we not plan for it?
I'll just decline it at that time.
I don't think they'll actually tell us the reasons why now that they know we'll object. I think they'll just give us an assignment and then we'll be expected to figure it out.
Which in itself is a lesson.
Yeah. I'm anticipating a rather painful Saturday. As for why I have detention, always complaints.
Cooper is slightly happy that for once it's not just him.
Yeah, I think maybe you should be dragging us all to detention because it sounds like that your future detentions are literally going to be life or death.
And no offense, we don't want you to die.
We like you enough that you dying would make us very upset. ...
Yeah, Tonga's actually going to walk over, pat Cooper on the head. We can't let our token human die. That would be bad.
Cooper just looks at his. There was a moment there, and then you had to say that. Four sighs.
Faye just hides her mouth and just this guy's a giggle.
So I guess probably head back to the dorms.
Well, as you leave the operations building, you do see that the Ideal Tacos truck is in the area, and it's before the lunch rush, so there's no line for it right now.
Ooh, tacos.
Oh, accidentally drew something. I didn't mean to do that.
You know what this means. Cooper, detention.
Ow. The square is gone. It never existed. No one saw it. You have no proof.
It is a rectangle. I do.
No, it's gone now. It can't be seen. Wrong building. Nikita.
I know, I'm trying to figure out where the classroom is.
This doesn't make any of us happy, does it?
Not at all. Not at all.
But
when do tacos not make people happy?
I think she meant the other thing.
Did I? Oh, right, we haven't got to that part yet.
Who wants to lift the taco truck?
We have to be expected that things like this are going to come up as hunters or huntresses.
And we can't always expect the people paying us to be honest with us. People lie.
I hereby reserve the right to punch people in the face who lie to us and manipulate us into doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing.
Is it bad? I'm right there with you. Although I want to play a little game of just the tip. And with that, he pulls out both of his guns, flips them into sword mode, and go, I have two. Now then, who wants a lift to the taco truck before it moves?
I think we can walk.
And I was expecting a high-speed chase.
Where's Saru?
Can he leave? He was here, but
Cooper, what did you do with Saru?
In character, Saru went and caught a bus early in the morning, said she had to head out back to her family.
Oh. Didn't realize that was,
Kitty's on. She's playing New Vegas.
I think Fee was in character.
Yeah, I was in character.
No, I'm talking out of character at the moment.
Yes, and out of character, Saru got the proud TV tradition of being put on a bus to never be seen again. Or to be seen later, who knows.
Can I don't know, kick something?
Yeah?
You can kick me if you want. It probably won't hurt too much. Less property damage that way.
Looks at you very confused.
No, this is the bear standing, almost a full-size, taller than you.
On top of Taco.
Don't worry, she can bear it.
Yeah,
Fee,
see?
Just as a quick question, can you move the who's in the Discord chat up to just below your camera feed so people can see what's being typed into the messages that have been typed into Roll20 chat?
Fixed. Also, not to be rude, there are a hell of a lot of people in here. If you are not currently actually playing today, I'm going to have to ask you to step out because there are way too many people in here for me to keep recording who's talking. Yay,
Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
Who wrote what?
Wrote by the taco truck.
Cooper did it. Really? Really?
Is it Cooper Did It Tacos? Is this the new name of the company? They decided they know where their money's coming from?
I would say so.
Taco walks up, the taco truck opens up, and you see two ladies. One of them's busy cooking up a storm, and the other looks out and leans over the counter and says, A bit early. Class let out already?
Yep.
She nods and gives you a bright smile and says, well, what do you have?
Gonna step to the side. Ladies first. Aki.
Looks
Nikita?
at you, grumbles a bit, walks up. 2 pineapple and beef burritos.
Yay, pineapples.
And she shouts over to the cook and looks to the rest of you.
Oh, my standard.
So,
I
okay,
will-
tacos
because
laced
behind
with
the-
honey.
So she reaches under the counter and just like takes out 4 plastic squeeze bears of honey.
Wow. Those poor honeybees.
Yeah, I would imagine like a salmon taco with honey on it. That's what I imagine her average would be.
It might as well just be honey salmon, I mean. With honey on top of it.
Oh, yes.
2 pineapple and churritos.
Alright. And she locks eyes on Cooper and says, "What'll be, Mr. Troublemaker?"
Cooper stares for a moment. Eye twitching.
Wait, what did she call him?
Troublemaker.
Again, not wrong.
Not wrong, but not exactly what we would expect.
2 chicken tacos. Spicy.
We heard shift of everything, chicken taco, shift of everything.
2 spicy chicken tacos.
I don't
That's
honestly
how-
know if there's a similar argument about pineapple going on tacos as there is on pizza.
I've never
There is
heard that
now.
There's one.
Pretty much anything you'd put on a pizza, they will put inside a taco.
Faye, what
There you
about
go.
you?
I mean, hell, they have taco pizza. Why not pizza tacos?
Just a couple. One fish taco and like a fruit salad.
Alright. It takes a couple minutes as they whip it up and they come out with a couple of baskets and set down along with Nikita's 4 bottles of honey. So that'll be 96 to the end.
We'll still pay it up.
We'll pay it.
Alright. Feel free to take your tacos. See us next time at Ideal Tacos for when you need an ideal taco.
I thought you changed your name to Cooper, did it?
Yeah, I did too.
Slowly considering just
We tried it, but only really tested well with the Chinese dress wearing female demographic.
God. We were just like, God damn it. You just see Cooper slowly steaming. Probably a little bit of fire on there.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Is it just a little bit like we should write a song about just a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, if Akima wants to write a song about the tiny little flame. One of these days, I'm gonna go crazy. It's be all her fault.
Oh, no. You're going to do something crazy?
You mean like we do every single day?
I'm not the other kind of crazy, but yeah.
Do you honestly think the average citizen would believe even 10% of what we do?
pick up that.
I don't think.
Maybe if they're drunk.
I don't believe 10% of what we do, and I was there.
Fair enough, he shrugs. Kind of brushes his on-fire coat off.
Alright, so as you get your tacos and you get ready to go, Cooper gets a little beep on his scroll.
Oh dear.
Booty call?
I don't know. Is he going to answer it or ignore it or what?
He'll not acknowledge what Tanya said and check it, yes.
You see is from the Commandant General.
Oh no, it seems the Commandant's probably gonna get his booty call by sending us to do something he needs us to, or he needs to do. Just like Sunday, great. Cooper checks the message.
You answer a call, it's a live call.
Oh, it's a live call. Okay.
Wonderful
Cooper,
timing, Mr. Verdigris. I heard that you got out of class early today and got 2 more detentions.
One of them was technically asked for, so... And it wasn't as much gotten as just received, but, yeah.
Well, whatever it takes to maintain discipline. Anyways, I called to let you know I had a little lead on your, mystery killer.
And Cooper just kind of put it on a... kind of extend this scroll so it's like the big digit view screen thing.
Chaco, I don't know what you're doing, but every time you talk, it literally sounds like you're opening your chester drawers and rubbing chalkboard erasers together. I don't know if it's you shifting around or your microphone's just turned up to sensitivity of stupid.
It might be the microphone. Let's see if I can fix it. I had to get a new one because my old one stopped wanting to fucking work properly.
Poor old microphone.
So he says, as we both know, you're likely mind-jacking assassin killers have been having their connection to the Snee Street Mafia, an outfit that we all know that you're very well acquainted with, Mr. Verdigris. Well, I've just received word that one of them is planning a small little operation taking place this afternoon. I have the address right here if you want to drop by and interrogate them. You have full approval to apply any means necessary to your target.
What about the surrounding area?
Try not to blow up any civilians.
What? Are they serious?
Are other members...
We're doing what?
Apparently there's some information on those crazy twins, and then we might be able to, well, interrogate someone about them.
So we're getting a booty call.
Tonga, no.
Have you seen how they dress?
His point.
That is besides the point.
Point I can't deny.
Thank you for the booty call, Commandant.
You're welcome, Mr. Otera.
I feel like someone just needs to grab Tonga by the ear and like what was that old like Pokemon when Misty grabbed Brock by the ear and dragged him away? I feel like that needs to happen right at this moment.
And with that, the Commandant hangs up.
Sadly, that used to be Mika's job, but now that he's on your team, he's your problem, not mine.
Ow. Ow.
Which reminds me, Nikita and Harley would have received a 15-page how to care for your Tonga document from Faye.
Oh, god damn it, I got tea all over my keyboard. Really? Hold on, what does it say?
Seriously, if I start reading this and I get to a section about how to change his diaper, I'm just ripping this up and throwing it away.
Does rule one say don't feed it after midnight?
No. Number one is basically Tonga should go to bed at this time. Tuck him in, rub his cheeks like so. Then in parentheses, this is a good time for free snuggles, and and it just goes on probably about another half dozen things that Faye does for Tonga that Tonga probably doesn't even realize, like washing his socks, mending them, and making sure they're in a drawer for the next day.
Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say Faye has a crush on Tonga.
You don't wonder what was gonna happen between them, but nothing happened, so we kinda laid down the theory. I just lost 20 bucks to Callie because of that.
Nikita just looks us over and says, "Pfft, the only thing I'm doing for Tonga before bed is tying him down." And then she turns absolutely red and blushes when she realizes what she just said.
George Takai pops out of nowhere. Oh my.
Oh my.
Back to your universe, George Takai, and stay there.
But
George Takai just pops out of nowhere. Everyone just aims the guns at him and he just slinks back down. Nope. George Takai.
So, what was all that message about?
Probably how to keep him from, sleepwalking.
Cooper put it on speaker so everyone could hear.
Okay, good. Then I take offense with the concept of, collateral damage or blowing anything up. It's been at least, 16 hours before we've done collateral damage? That's got to be a new record for us.
She has a point. It is a new record for us. It's been greater than 12 hours since we blew something up entirely by accident or on purpose.
Yeah, we're not doing that bad.
So he wants you guys to go and deal with scary people.
Yes.
Yes.
It would appear so. So, shall we get the bikes then, or? Or shall we head at a later date? Or later time?
You're the one in charge.
She has a point. You're kind of the one who's supposed to make the decision.
Well, first act, we finish the tacos. Then we go kick ass.
Okay.
Your leadership rating has approved.
Like you see here at the front. Made out of real...
Slowly begins eating taco.
Burrito.
So now the age-old question, are you going to be dragging Faye along on this misadventure?
Or Callie or Mikashi. I don't really mind who, just not everyone, please.
Mikashi's a little bit. Well, Cooper looks over in a general direction, and the drunken person apparently now doing the Darth Vader no. A little intoxicated at the moment.
With an Edward attempting to handle the situation.
It's a drunken knowing person probably would not be best on mission involving stealth.
We have the stealth capability of a artillery battery firing at a civilian population center on national news.
Yeah, and we don't need to add drunken to that.
I think we might actually do better if we were intoxicated. Or at least then we could say it was an accident.
Hunting while under the influence?
I mean, we don't need HUIs.
Is that an actual bylaw that we have to obey now?
Sure. I'm gonna look it up on my tablet.
I'm just thinking about the RWBY part. It's like, but he's drunk. He's always drunk. They just see Crow slowly raising glass.
You mean guzzling it from a flask?
Oh yeah.
And he looks over like, what?
I've heard plenty of hunters doing it. There's probably nothing wrong with it.
Technically, we're only hunters in training, so we probably shouldn't. Oh, never mind. We screw up all the time. Okay, let's not make it worse.
Yeah, given that Harley and Saru aren't here, we could use a fifth, so... If you want to come along, Faye.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Why is Akima slowly turning red?
Reasons? Wait, did you ask that out loud?
Yeah.
No, I didn't ask it out loud. Did Scooper look over like, what? And just thinking that, like, why is she turning red?
Reasons? So, how... After you? She motions to Cooper, trying to change subject.
Okay, you tell me you want to change scene? As they go get the bikes and everything.
You load up on your bikes, you got a nice, relatively quiet commute. The rebellion seems to be slowly dying down. And with it, a measure of peace. There's a lot more soldiers on the city streets, but you're not having to run into any battles. Just a few places where they ask you to show your ID. And eventually you go towards one of the wealthier districts in Atlas, and you pull up to the address in question.
I'm gonna zoom out to see all this.
Wait, is this street side or is this actually up in a high rise?
It's up on the 3rd floor of a condominium.
So not too high, like...
Well, high for normal people, but you're hunters. You can deal.
So, do they have him already subdued, or do we have to go in there and do that part too?
We probably have to do that part too.
Got it. How do you want to go at it?
Well, I could fly everyone up. Well, we could fly everyone up to the balcony area and enter through there. It's probably the least defended, and we've got windows. So if we need to, we can just shoot through the windows. Or we could breach and clear through the front door. In which case, they may drop off the windows to escape.
I was thinking probably 2 teams. Some window, some door.
Well, let me fly up to the balcony and...
Well, no, don't do that yet.
Did you
have a plan
bring your
first.
drone?
Ooh, yes. Put Papa Cooper down there. Since they're still on the bottom floor, Cooper will pull out the drone, send it flying up, see if they can see anything through the windows. I'm guessing make a test.
Well, you don't have to make a test. As it swings by the balcony and it looks into the living room window, you do see one person in there, sitting on the couch, watching TV. Watching the sort of TV you left on for your little spy device.
Reality TV.
No, the kind that made young Lil Mags ask you what it was tentacle porn.
Oh, so he's actually watching. He's watching tentacle porn. Okay.
Hi.
Wait, that is a man, right?
$5. Hold!
Cooper and Corners, sitting under dead tree. KISSING. First comes love. Then comes marriage, and Corners is gonna pull the carriage. Might need a drink now.
I love you, Jocko.
And
I'm now going to quote this person.
A shirtless man.
One moment. Corner and Cooper sitting under the dead tree. KISSING. First comes love, then comes marriage, and Corners is gonna pull the carriage.
What the fuck?
That's what they wrote when they tipped me. I don't know. The trauma is real.
Beautiful.
We have completely underdressed man watching hentai.
Yes.
Is there anyone else they see at all?
In that room, or are you swinging around anywhere else, or what?
Anything on this side that the mirrors can see? Like kitchen, everything, anywhere there's a mirror. I mean, not a mirror, a fucking,
window?
Window, yeah.
So, bedroom and the like?
Yeah, the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the twins. Cooper sees when he sees it, is like, well, where's the other?
Well, there are 5 of us. I would suggest that we throw 3 of us at the twin and 2 of us at the bodyguard. That way, if the twin does get influence over any one of us, then we still have 2 people who can take care of the problem.
And yell at the third to think straight.
Exactly. Or beat them unconscious.
So in other words, Cooper needs to go after the bodyguard, period.
I hate to really talk him down very much, but yes, since he's kind of already proven susceptible, it would not be a good idea to send him against them. Unless he has a different assessment.
No, it would probably be best me and Tonga go after the guy. You, Akima, Nikita, and Faye go after her.
Yeah, Will's my dump stat. I don't want to go against her. Oh, Will's a dump stat.
Alright, well. I look at Nikita. How do you feel about flying through windows?
What if they run out the front door?
I was going to say, we want to try and prevent them from going. We want to go from two different directions.
But it'd probably be best if you all pop through the front door, because this is the door right into that room, and me and Tonga go through the
window.
You got
windows
kind of ramble
on the
friends
balcony.
who are going to do horrible things?
I mean, that's not to say we may not end up going through the windows ourselves anyway, but at the moment, I think we should come in the front door.
Okay.
You might want to run your drone around to the other side first, though.
I could run it around to this side too, see if anyone's there.
Yeah, look through that window.
Alright.
The story's in progress? I'm confused.
You don't see anyone there?
Sure, that doesn't... Was there anything in the kitchen? I'm assuming not. There doesn't seem to be that many people in here.
So we're either missing one because they're in the bathroom, or
they're somewhere else, which would prove problematic, but we're gonna have to deal with what we're gonna have to deal with.
Yep.
I think the rest of us should just go around and, you know, knock on the door. Somebody's going to have to get up and answer the door.
Yep.
That's true. I mean, Tonga will wait till near the balcony to pop up when we hear you guys burst in.
The one where I am shipping... Oh,
I mean,
God.
my guess is the
What else
guy
could you
watching
possibly
the
have?
anime is going to be a lot more distracted than anybody else.
So, as horrible as this sounds, Faye is just going to follow Akahime and Nikita's lead.
Why does this feel like a terrible idea?
because we're breaking an entry to
Because
either
everything we do
assassinate
is
or
usually a
capture
terrible
someone.
idea.
Well, this is what Akihima wanted to do originally.
That doesn't make it not a terrible idea.
It's just Akihima's usually is used to being talked out of doing things like this.
Yes! This is why this makes it so awkward for her. She's used to being told that's a bad idea.
I mean, it do get the impression the Commandant agreed with this, correct? I mean, not this exact plan, but...
Well, he said capture by any means necessary. Well, capture or kill.
Do we need
Yeah,
both of them or just one of them?
Yeah, one of them.
Well, we need the girl specifically, but we don't exactly want the guy getting away and informing people of, well, the gang of what happened.
Okay, here's a thought. Instead of just assaulting the apartment, then why don't we just ring the doorbell? And if she comes to the door, we'll just snap her at the door.
I like that thought. Anyway, we're here at the door. Presses doorbell without further ado.
Oh, excellent.
Alright, so you hit the doorbell and you hear a very loud, very tinny, very cheesy version of La Cucaracha play.
God damn it, really?
At that, I'm going to hold the doorbell down to just enjoy to see how long that actually goes.
It keeps going, and you hear some shouting from inside, and you hear some shouting coming back and forth, and finally someone seems to be coming towards the door.
I think it could have only been worse if it was like Dukes of Hazzard.
Best doorbell ever.
And you hear like 4 Locks being undone. And, yeah, you can cut it out. I'm here. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Like, this better be the pizza guy, or more hookers, or maybe some blow. And he opens the door, and you see a very naked man standing in front of you.
I point my gun at him, and I say, "Well, we forgot the pizza, but I have the blow." I'm not shooting him. I'm just pointing the gun at. Most people don't react like, naked people with guns pointed out are usually less likely to do something stupid.
He answered the door naked. He's already done something stupid.
What was phase initiative again?
I was thinking the same question.
Initiative is willpower number.
Yeah, I don't know Tonga's off the top of my head either.
Should have access to their sheets.
It's 1.
GM.
Wait, how does she have a willpower of 7?
Reasons.
Jesus.
So her semblance can fuck with people, that's why.
That moment, you realize you're boned.
Yeah, Gek the mage first.
Gek. Hardcore gank.
We are in initiative order. Cooper / Faye, what do you want to do?
Cooper should probably jump on my back so I can fly him up there when it gets to be my turn.
Actually, with how tall Tonga is, probably just jump on his shoulders and then jump up there.
He's not Godzilla sized.
Yeah, but you forget how tall fucking high fucking hunters can jump. So once he gets on Tonga's shoulders, he'll just jump up there. Maybe use his hook to make sure he's got a good pull and tug himself up.
It was a good
agility roll.
I'll give it that.
Yeah, jump test.
It's agility and strength, right?
Yeah.
Great. 2 of Cooper's dumb stats. Nope.
Well, you jump up on top of Tonga's shoulders, and you kick off of Tonga instead of jumping off of him, and you fall quite short, slamming into the building about 10 feet below where you needed to be.
Cooper, big sad, will just crawl back up onto Tonga's shoulders. It's like, just fly me up there. His face hurts.
Alright, Faye.
I didn't think Tonga flew.
He flies with the power of Daka.
He doesn't walk.
With enough recoil, anything is possible.
Okay, so I move 50 feet. I'm trying to remember here how much movement do I have.
50 if you spend all 3 actions.
Okay. So I suppose this is going to be one of those things where she throws her javelin at him. She'll then walk forward, assuming that hits, pulls it out. It'll switch then into shrink into sword mode as she twirls it to bring it down for another melee attack.
Oh, that's actually
Damn.
All right, you throw the javelin at him, and he like starts to matrix dodge, and then like reaches out with his right hand and grabs it midair before it hits him in the shoulder.
Okay.
How was someone?
But you do pull it back, and as you shift, you get control of the weapon back.
Okay then.
And this is why she does not exactly excel in combat.
And you like sit there and you slash at him several times, and you just kind of see him doing that anime thing where he kind of jerks out of the way, and he's just bending backwards and stepping to the side and rolling his shoulder back and dodging all
Is
the
he drunk
blows.
and mastering them? Is he drunk and mastering them?
No, he's spiking us. Just, extra fluid movement.
He's nude mastering them.
So, Akihima, what are you up to?
Punch him in the nuts.
Yeah, that.
I mean, you're the right height for it, so...
Go for it.
And targeting should be easy. You can see them.
Bat him like a punching bag.
In all seriousness, I am going to step forward, put both hands together in a double axle, and swing upward in a way that will basically hit him in his family jewels.
Oh,
You're doing a haymaker to the jewels.
Go for it.
ooh, sweet Mary Jesus.
Alright, you managed to hit him, but not enough to connect with the nuts. It hits him in the abs instead as he tries to dodge out of the way. Throw me damage. And that's a solid blow connecting into him, and you see him back up about a half a step.
For the follow-up, my second attack is to headbutt him in the xiphoid process.
In the what?
The xiphoid process is the area just below the chest that if you punch it, you basically drive the wind out of a person.
Yeah.
So literally right where the ribcage ends.
Alright, go for it.
Hi, Roll20! I missed you!
Jesus, titty fucking Christ on a Sunday.
Roll 20 likes high numbers. It just does.
It likes Akihima.
Punch there, and it looks like you gotta punch his guts out.
So he tries to dodge, step twice back, and pivot around, but you catch right on and you slam your head in. Throw me damage.
Ow!
According to Isaac, the less clothes a character has, the more powerful they become. Is that the nudity bonus, Isaac? Is that what we're dealing with, is the nudity bonus?
I thought that was only for female characters, because, the less skimpy the clothes, the more armor.
I'm suddenly remembered the line from DBZ Abridged. Aha! So nudity makes you stronger on this planet. Anyway.
Hang on, I have
Alright,
to look this up
so
now.
on his turn, you got a half-naked guy who just got head-butted in the solar plexus. And you see him back up a step, and he wipes his thumb across his nose and goes, "Woo! You girls really know how to party here." And you swear you could see him, like, sniff something up his nose, and his eyes go wild and crazy.
Great. He's high. Also, I can't believe that a line from 9 years ago still works.
And you see him just start to throw a flurry of blows at Faye as he starts stepping in towards her. Throw me defense, Faye.
Holy shit.
Well, you summoned up your dust really well, and if he had clothes to really catch a breeze, it might have sent him back flying a little bit, but as aerodynamic and smooth as his skin is, he slips right through it. As he goes and sweeps your legs out from under you with a low kick, and then he grabs you by the shirt and throws you at Akihima. Throw me defense, Akihima.
Hey! I'm supposed to... We're supposed to be the one who beats motherfuckers with motherfuckers.
That's not how you wanted to cuddle today.
I'm gonna try to catch her, because dodging out of the way is a bad idea, because then she slams into something, and... Yeah. I just feel like this innate need to protect the Fae.
Well, don't put up with what he's doing. He's trying to give you the bird.
And catching is obviously working.
Well, you do catch Faye, but she comes in harder than you expect, and it knocks you back 5 feet into the wall where you just slam your back into it. You and Faye both take 2 damage.
Can I elect to take Faye's damage so she's not knocked down?
I would think Faye could take 2 damage, but if she
oh yeah, I'm at full.
I know she can, but the point is, can I elect to take all of the damage so that at least one of us is still standing upright?
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Ow.
Alright, Tonga, what are you up to?
Patting my back as Trooper climbs on proper, switching my guns into mobility mode, flying up to the balcony, and entering through there.
Alright, go for it.
Is anyone remembering that one scene from Twilight? Is like, hang on there, spider monkey.
And yes, through the windows.
So you at the front door hear a roar of machine gun fire, probably some incoherent yelling, maybe some high-pitched yelling from Cooper, I don't know, crash of glass, and the dynamic entry has been made.
So that's my movement action. Let's see. Now I'm going to lay down proper suppressing fire for what I can see.
I don't think that's much. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you can barely see it, so yeah.
I was just thinking.
So I'm going to use one gun to suppress that area, and the other gun to...
Should you really suppress in areas where our teammates are in?
I didn't say I was going to suppress their area. I can't attack that range. At least I don't think I can.
Nope.
Nope, out of my range.
Apparently, according to Isaac, he's snorting that fine-ass warp dust.
And I'm going to suppress that area with my other gun.
Alright.
So yeah, bullets, missiles, rockets, just ripping into that area, those 2 areas.
Wait, how many squares was it again we could fire to?
Say again?
How many squares was it we fire? 100, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 100 feet.
So, Nikita, what are you up to?
I'm going to take a movement in, and basically come in and just using the butt of the axe to sweep across at him.
Alright. Throw it. Well, you sweep across at him, and he just, like, jumps up and tucks his legs up and hops right over it.
You know, for a random bodyguard, this guy is incredibly agile.
Well, he is named.
And you see him just bobble his head around. He goes, "Random bodyguard? I was top of my class."
I'll take the second swing, pivot the axe around, and go for his leg.
Alright, go for it.
Oh shit.
Damn, throw me damage.
You know, for a random bodyguard, this guy sure is agile. I was top of my... Whoa, wait a minute!
What is it with all the sevens?
No idea.
Roll 20
Like making it turn out to be 7, which means that I have to roll 5 and you have to roll 2.
So your axe slams into his leg, and it's a real solid hit. And you see him like start to stumble over, and he kind of like turns the stumble into a cartwheel and gets back up onto his feet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you saying something? As I interrupted his top of the class thing.
Good interruption. Good interruption.
Alright, we're at the top of the order. So, not that you see it, but Kester runs over to the window, kind of like looks out and sees all the destruction that's coming from over in the living room and all the muzzle flares lighting up the balcony, and he goes, "Oh, that's what that is." Cooper, what's your turn?
Well, she's not out yet. There we have distance.
Can we ask that you not talk during the fight? No, we're gonna talk during the fight. This is RWBY. We are gonna talk during the fight constantly. It's how it works. It's what happens when you. It's what happens when you watch the show. They stop and talk while they're fighting.
Probably go about.
That's how it works. That's how life is.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it.
Because we want me and Tonga fighting him, and you all getting to her. So I'll just. I'll probably. How much capacity I have to need? Burn 50. Oh.
Just make sure she doesn't jump out that frickin' window right there.
Yeah, Cooper would tell Tonga to stop firing for a moment so he moved there. He'd probably...
Okay.
Probably spend 2 of his thing to move 30 and then use the rest of the his capacity, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 capacity to move there.
And
then, seeing her turn to back away, give her a shot. Nope.
You see the other one smile, winking, blow you a kiss.
Well, the first one he sees, he's shooting at.
Alright, go for it. You take aim as you come around the doorway. You fire off a stamp shot. It goes wide and shatters the window.
Cooper kind of yell out, "I found the other one!"
Great, we're being particularly violent today.
All right, Faye, what are you up to?
Go help Cooper. We got this guy.
Faye is being incredibly quiet, apparently.
Oh, I was mute. So I can move if I use all 3 movements. Do I move any faster if I?
Do you move any faster if what?
If I fly? Because Faye has wings.
No, not in a space like this.
Okay.
I mean, if you have capacity to burn, you can move an extra little bit.
I guess I can burn capacity. How much does that give me?
Plus 5 feet for every 1 you spend, with a maximum of 5 spent.
Okay.
Oh, maximum of 5. That belong here.
Unless you have mobility, which increases it to 10.
Which I don't. So normally, normally move 10, and spend 5 capacity then to move another 25. So that's 6. So I could move 66 by spending 5 capacity, and then still have an action, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess we would go there.
Stop flowing. By the way, stream supported by you guys. Please drop a tip if you can. This is your 1 hour reminder. Thank you so much, by the way.
Whirlwind
My bills are paid.
tried to pull them
I hope you enjoy the
away from freaking window.
Away from each other? Away from the window.
Away from the window?
Oh.
I don't want them jumping out. So we... The semblance check.
Well, damn.
Well, you summon up your wind and it's blown in from the window, and you see like the 2 of them reach out towards each other, and they seem to glow white and hold their ground for the moment.
Okay.
So, Akihima, what are you up to?
What am I up to? I'm gonna take an action to get up. I'm gonna look at him. You shouldn't have did that. Going to activate semblance and so you all know how like the Thing looks, right, from the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm going for.
So you're melding with drywall.
I'm looking to become one with The Rock. And not Dwayne Johnson.
But he's handsome, dude, and made a badass.
And I am not today. Son of a bitch.
That
Yeah,
still
that's a
activates, just very minor effect.
So, just my arm. Joy.
I mean, that's all you need to punch him with.
My last action is to bring that now giant rock arm down, and I am literally going to do it. I'm going to pimp slap him.
Thy holy pimp hand.
Alright, go for it.
I hate you so much right now, Roll20. I hate you with every fiber of my being.
So as you reel up for the swing and you come right at his face, he leans back out of the way and gives you a wink and says, "Don't slap my face unless you kiss me." And then he leans over and he gives you a little quick kiss on the cheek.
Oh damn, she's gonna murder him.
Well, it's his turn now, and he looks over his shoulder at Nikita and gives her a big cheeky grin as well and says, "I didn't forget about you either, love." As he tries to backflip right over Nikita's head and grab onto her shoulders and back. Throw me a defense.
I'm going to try and parry my axe. I'm going to try and parry him with my axe.
Alright.
I didn't roll the extra d10.
He manages to latch on and he comes tumbling over your head, hands
Just
on
like
your
I'm dressing
shoulders.
her under.
He starts
He's
to put
naked,
his
actually, bro.
feet.
He's completely
Throw
naked.
me another defense.
Wait, what?
Puts her feet on his back, like kicking her.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure I understand what you mean.
Like, he backflipped over you into a handstand, so his like hands are on your shoulder, and as he came down, he started to put his feet against your back. He hasn't attacked you yet, but it's pressed there like he's going to get ready to just eject you from his space.
Okay, I guess I will use a resistance. Is that would be the right one, I think?
Yeah, it works.
God damn it, bipolar 20.
Bipolar 20.
Alright, so his momentum carries his back onto the floor, and as he rolls along his back, he kicks his legs out and just throws Nikita right out of the apartment.
Well, but if she was facing him and she kicked her back, wouldn't it be kicking her into the apartment?
No, because he rolled onto his back.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm imagining here is he jumped up, did a handstand off her shoulders, flipped forward, put his feet against her back for a fulcrum, and used that fulcrum to throw her head over heels out of the apartment.
Yep. Take 3 damage, Nikita.
Ow.
So, Dongo, what are you up to?
So the wall is made out of drywall, yes?
Yep. Drywall and reinforced concrete. Studs in there.
Okay. One moment.
This is getting bad.
Oh, fuck you too, roll 20.
We're having a bad day. Don't all our fights start off this way really, really bad for us?
Generally, and then you start pulling really cool shit.
I get this distinct feeling that one day someone's gonna alpha strike and we're gonna be like, shit, it's the start of the fight. This is not good.
Wait, Tonga, do you have oh, cool. You shouldn't.
Why would I?
Rolling you're rolling 3 numbers.
I am.
You wouldn't have been able to get a 23 on a 2d10.
Okay, so
Reset
yeah,
that.
just reset that and roll again. I presume you're just machine gun through the wall at the twins.
Yeah.
Alright.
Brings a whole new definition to spray and pray.
It's a very 80s action movie.
There's one attack. I'm assuming none of them hit. Because they're not very good.
The 2 20s are good.
The 2 20s?
16 plus 4, 16 plus 4.
Well, you start chewing through the drywall, you're blowing chunks out, looks just like an action movie as bullets are slamming into the bedroom and eating into the wall, and you can see through the hole like the 2 twins are doing the Matrix dodges and they're bending over and they're flipping over and they're turning around in midair, and somehow they got out of it without a scratch. In an oddly, as Faye noticed, synchronized moveset.
And yeah, there's my second attack.
How many points did you put into the extra attack thing?
3.
All of them.
He has all
All
of the
of
DACA. He has so
What
much
he did.
DACA. So much DACA.
And yeah, Hitomi, my question still stands from Discord. How would I roll my semblance? Because I have no idea.
The way your semblance works, it'd be will and discipline, I'd say. As far as what it does, it just give you a random effect on your damage rolls for whatever is appropriate. Like rubber bullets being non-lethal damage, or explosive rounds, yeah, that sort of thing. And as you start homing in with your guns and firing away and ripping open more holes in the wall and starting your renovation on the kitchen with the demolition, they are running in tandem, just keeping barely ahead of your fire.
So, 2 parts of the same person.
Starting to think that same thing.
Yeah, so 2 assault rifles and then a bunch of missiles. Just ripping out that wall.
So, Nikita, you've just been ejected from the premises. What do you do?
I look back in. I dig my feet in to the carpet. I kick my semblance in, and I accelerated this guy.
Go for it.
What did we determine for my semblance?
It's will and agility.
That didn't seem to work right.
They rolled an extra 1 for some reason.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I supposed to do a skill check on that, or the semblance check?
Semblance check.
Okay, that's a semblance check. It didn't...
But did you roll semblance defense or actual your...
No, I had the semblance.
Okay, for semblance, you check 1 attribute, not 2.
Because it's always will something, so the will's already coded in.
Oh, okay. That's why I selected will and agility at the same time.
Yeah, don't uncheck will and then re-roll it. And it should roll correctly. There
Wham! Gotta roll a cool die. Alright, so you become the ballistic missile once more. Throw me your attack.
It's on like Donkey Kong!
Wham! And you just slam into him as he springs up onto his feet. Throw me damage.
Oh, yeah, attack. I thought you were... Hold on.
See? You like 7s. Times 2.
Holy shit.
Ow!
14 damage. Unless that guy's got damage reduction, he's gotta be in pain.
And Akihima just sees the ballistic missile slam into him, and he goes flying himself, takes a bounce and a hard roll on the floor.
Kind of bounces like that guy that Yang hit.
Not quite, more like Krillin when he got Raccoon kicked.
Oh.
Ow! I got you, go boom! Never mind.
Ooh, you do not mess with the bear.
Is it bad now I'm picturing Nikita talking like Raccoon from Team 4-Star?
Nikita, kick! You start every...
Cooper's gonna look at the cloud guy and is like, see, you made the bear angry. You don't make the bear angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
Well, Ren on her turn looks over at Faye, and she gives this really calm, cold, sinister-looking smile and seems to lock eyes with Faye. And you hear her voice is just like a whisper, but it echoes in your head. And she says, "You don't belong here. You're scared. You're not fit for fighting. You just want to run, don't you? Go run back to your home. Throw me a defense. Resolve."
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Resolve isn't it like will and endurance? Or do you mean resist?
Resolve.
Oh, yes, will and endurance.
So will plus endurance.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I might argue with Faye's semblance that I should be able to resist this with semblance.
You can. Pick someone to draw your strength from, so to speak.
I'm actually linking with your sister.
Surprise mind triangle fuckery!
Oh damn!
Holy shit!
Interesting.
The mind triangle fuckery has begun! We were not prepared!
It's the battle of the Psychers. Run! Run before the Chaos Demons come!
Well, for the moment being, it's almost a stalemate. You can kind of feel yourself giving away between the force of the twins, but you're managing to hold your ground for now.
Yes, basically all she's doing is she's just redirecting all this to Kestra.
So now so now this might just be a me thing, but I see an isosceles triangle with Faye at the top and the sisters at the bottom, and it says mindfuck triangle. Instead of love triangle, it says mindfuckery triangle.
Anyway, I guess where are we in initiative then?
Oh, it's still the second part of her turn.
Okay.
Ren also sees Cooper through the doorway, gives her a much warmer, more charming smile. Says, "Oh, it's so nice to have you back, lover boy." And she flicks her wrist as if she's blown a kiss at him, and a little pink bolt of energy shoots out towards Cooper. Throw me defense.
Roll defense with red dust. Roll defense with red dust.
See which bolt of energy is stronger. I think mine is
Holy
stronger.
shit.
Little tiny pink bolt of energy, giant inferno of fire. It's like, no.
Now I'm just imagining Cooper going, Kame. I'll fucking.
Yeah. Oh, this is taking too fucking long.
I want to draw your attention to the timing of my messages, because I somehow said that the couch would be on fire before Cooper put things on fire.
Well, suddenly explosions. The door is sundered
No, I
into
imagine like
hundreds of pieces. Part of the wall's torn out, and
I imagine stream of fire, like just like out of the hand from like the thing he's holding the red dust in.
So you went Human Torch on us.
Flamethrower, yeah. I'm not going like rocket launcher. No, this is flamethrower.
All we need now is for someone to develop stretchy bits, and we have the Fantastic Four.
Well, no, we need Mikashi here.
No,
And then
Invisible
someone
Woman's
develop-
right there having a mind duel.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Mikashi would take Cooper's place because she sets things on fire when she goes FTL.
alright. We have Kestra moving, and
Don't
she gives a look at
for
Cooper,
for the fan
and you see her mouth move. You don't
want
hear
that
any words
fanfic
coming
on
out. Her
Femfiction.
eyes
I
are
wanna
locked
read
on
it.
you, and there's a little glow surrounding her. Roll me a resolve, Cooper.
Cooper is tired of this shit.
Well, Cooper's definitely tired, and he notices that it was just a ploy. It wasn't aimed at him. It was aimed at Faye, and Faye seems to be turning towards him, looking like she's about to go crazy on him. And for everyone else, you just see that nothing has happened, apparently. Cooper, he sees Faye's about to attack him.
But that's Faye. She wouldn't do that.
Well, you wouldn't have done that to Erica, would you have? So, Cooper, your turn. What are you up to? You have the twins in front of you, you have a fire next to you, and you have an angry-looking Faye looking like she's about to chop you up.
Twins are the greater threat. Twins are the greater threat.
Well, if he thinks Kestra's doing it, then what's charge distance?
It's your full move, so 50.
Oh, we can only do 2.
Bonsai!
He will move one move action, spending 2 capacity to get the 25. And strike at Kestra.
Alright, go for it.
Banzai!
Okay, Cooper. So you raise your sword as you come in to charge, and you get roundhouse kicked in the face by Kestra, which spins you around, and you get roundhouse kicked in the face by Ren, which spins you back around, and you get roundhouse kicked by Kestra, which spins you around, and you get roundhouse kicked by Ren again, and you go down.
God damn it.
You got Chuck Norris religiously.
Take 8 damage.
8? God damn.
You got Walker Texas Ranger double teamed.
face palms.
Well, you're right between the two.
Yeah, it's still ace a lot.
Is this what bringing Meek into the fight? Because their mental attacks would just cause her to have a girl boner.
Alright.
So, Faye, you're holding on to your sanity. You just saw Cooper charge through the fire and get roundhouse kicked a bunch. What are you up to?
Well, first thing I am going to do now, does using a dust defense take capacity?
2 as I remember.
So, okay.
You could reload.
I know, I'm just trying to so instead of 5, I should have 1 capacity at the moment. So we will first do a gust. I want to knock the Ren into Kestra.
Oh.
Alright, go for it.
Well, that's a reasonable tactic.
You got a success.
So then just roll.
Throw me damage.
Damn.
Then I take an action to reload.
Hot damn, we actually got a hit.
So I'm back up to 10 capacity.
That's impressive. We actually got a hit. Holy shit.
Then I guess I want to do a shockwave to knock them away from Cooper.
Alright. Well, they slide back a little, but they seem to stay on their feet.
That's fine, I'm just trying to give the dunce some breathing room. And then that's my 3 actions.
Hey, we cannot deny he has not improved. At least he's attacking the right opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had some logic to attack, because he figured if she was controlling you, he attacked her. That broke his connection to controlling you.
No, it was well thought out.
It's just fucking roll 20 doesn't like Cooper. Just like, no, you will roll a 1, a 2, a 1, and a 5.
Alright, so you saw Nikita get launched, you saw Cloud get ballistic missiled. What are you up to, Akihima?
I'm gonna make I'm going to turn my semblance the rest of the way on and then make sure Cloud's not gonna get back up. I'm gonna spend the health point and regret poor life decisions tomorrow.
Alright. Go for it.
Really, roll 20? Really?
That's enough to get the rest of it done.
Oh, that's good news. Somewhat. So that's what I got for enhance. Okay. I'm now I'm now a half a foot taller and made of nothing but pure granite. Congratulations. Aren't you granite to see me?
That doesn't even make that much sense.
I would appreciate your gratitude.
Okay, that one was good.
I am going to walk over and curb stomp him in the chest with the intent of literally trying to break his ribs so that he is incapacitated. Since apparently he can take a ballistic missile to the face.
Okay, go for it. Bam! Throw me damage plus.
Ooh, that was a lot better.
2d6.
So rule of cool die and 2d6?
Yep.
Okay.
Ow.
God damn it, bipolar 20. The new toy from
That is
Hasbro.
super bipolar 20. But
I think you just put your foot through his chest.
Pretty much.
is he dead or just unconscious?
He's your new shoe. That's what he is.
He's got a Nakahima-sized hole in his chest.
Oh, that's bad.
You kicked it too hard. You broke it.
Is there any way I can reserve some of that so it doesn't kill him?
You would have had to say it before you attacked and taken disadvantage on it and half damage on the roll.
Would you rather he be able to attack you still?
I'm gonna feel bad about this. You realize that. But in the meantime, that's my turn.
Well, I mean, you can either be effective or you can be non-lethal. You can't really be both.
God damn it! I need to find a balance.
Which is really, really annoying in the system.
What's truly scary is I got that out is for Cooper getting kicked, and it's much more appropriate for you.
Okay, Tonga, what are you up to?
Well, let's see. First, semblance. So yeah, rolling a semblance check first.
Alright. So what's your accidental effect since you can't really control it? What are you thinking of?
Well, the last time he was distracted and somebody mentioned something to him was high explosives. So,
Alright.
Your semblance is accidents?
no, my semblance is more DACA. Anytime he's distracted and somebody mentions a damage type, his ammunition changes to that damage type.
Let's just be glad he wasn't looking at the television when he thought of this.
Oh god.
Tentacle raid. No.
Switching ammo type. Tentacle rape engaged.
Shooting squid? I don't know.
Just squids fly everywhere.
Go for it.
Another strike of bipolar 20.
There's one attack roll.
There's one hit on there.
At least we know he can fling DACA out.
You see the explosions rip through the room, and one of them hitting Ren's school and catching her sister Kestra in the blast.
Ooh.
And they seem to be noticing that you're firing at them. They start jumping and spinning through the air and manage to dodge your set of blasts, ripping a hole in the wall behind them.
Good.
Actually, I'm going to have them dodge there.
I don't think it'll around it. Great. He's gonna get beat up.
Not difficult, saying they just considered kicking you in the face several times.
That's true.
That is true.
Plus, you're on the ground.
That is
The
also
rest
true.
of the kitchen's still there.
Not anymore.
There's just
They
half
had a
stove.
kitchen? I was unaware of this. I thought we were, removing a wall?
Although, since you mentioned it, Akihima, throw me a 2d10.
Huh? What did I mention? Oh yeah, everyone takes Akihima for granted. She's
Nothing
rock
for now.
solid.
So, Nikita, you just saw Akihima brutally murder someone. What are you up to?
I've seen this before.
It was a gas stove, wasn't it?
Well, the stove was here.
Yeah.
Keyword
I'm thinking.
was.
Yes, and I'm thinking gas stove.
I'm worried.
Which is
We're gonna die.
on fire
Aren't we?
and now being exploded.
I walk in. Let's see, that's... I grab Akihima. And walk over to here.
You walk 50 feet.
Yeah, but I had to grab her.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Akihima's grabbed unless she's gonna fight it off.
Oh, she's not in her chair right now.
That's so hard. It's not even gonna be funny.
Alright, we'll just presume she's grabbed. I don't see why she'd fight it off.
Presume. Oh. Yeah, sure.
I grabbed you as I went by.
I'm not gonna argue. Just factor in that my body composition right now is rock.
Yeah, so. I mean, technically now I'm officially the strongest person in the group.
That's true.
Instead of just being tied.
Bowling for bitches.
Okay.
Am I about to become a bowling ball?
Throw me a defense with disadvantage.
I think the first thing he's going to do, since they're probably striking down at him, is throw his what's the floor made of? Is it marble?
Carpet.
Shit.
Smoldering carpet at this point.
Is it marble in the hallway? Anything looks sturdy.
Yeah, there's a couple of concrete pillars where Tonga's been doing redecoration.
That's only he'll kind of quickly try to throw his overcoat over him and activate his semblance, making it rock hard. So if they try hitting it, it's basically kicking a big solid thing of concrete shield.
Did we really just go with a rock hard pun?
Yes.
Considering how they're dressed, it's fitting.
And reroll the 7, I guess.
Yep.
Doesn't matter, it's a 7.
Doesn't matter. Alright, so you throw your coat over you, and you turn it into a
rock hard as stone
density. And they reach down, they just grab it, and lift it up with you inside it. And then they go and they give it a nice hard kick from each of them. Left foot and right foot on the coat. Throw me a defense.
They're playing volleyball with you.
Well, if they're kicking him on the coat, he's going to use.
I mean, parry would it be?
A parry?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, between the two of them, and they apparently have thighs of Chun-Li level thunder, or Nora Thunder at this point. They slam their feet into your coat and send you off like a shot. Right over towards and through Tonga. Tonga, you can throw a defense.
I'm just thinking that the scene from the Jackie Chan catch you was like, catch me, catch me, catch me, catch me.
Need to look at the defenses. Hold on. What's dodge again?
If you just hit your dodge skill button, it should work.
I mean, what's it based on?
If you scroll over it, it's
Agility.
agility perception.
Ah, okay.
Well, you managed to dodge out of the way. Cooper's not so lucky as he keeps flying right past you. As you dodge, you can take a free 15-foot move. And Cooper slams into that pillar there and takes some damage.
Looks like a table to me.
I mean the pillar right between the windows.
Oh.
And for their last action, Ren.
Oh, what damage was it?
Move. 6.
Sweet mother of God.
Well, that was all their turn doing that to you. So, Cooper, you just got slammed into a wall. What are you up to?
You'll see him slam into the wall. Go as you see the green shimmer of an aura cracking. You know, I really, really hate those two.
I don't think any of us like them.
Cooper's gonna aim right at Kestra's head. And yeah. Actually say, one thing is like, you know, you can't stop all of us. Might be better just to surrender and come with us, or we're gonna probably have to kill you.
We're doing horrible things.
And she
Horrible,
smiles and she laughs, and at the back of her head, she goes, oh, promises, promises. If everyone lived up to such bold words, we would be out of a job.
Okay.
As you aim carefully at her head, and she just kind of turns her head to the side and watches the bullet go sailing past, and the next one recoil bucked it up, and it's not even on target.
It's on now.
God damn. And with his last action,
Tester goes, are you sure you're not shooting blanks, hon? I mean, you know, girls talk and all.
Hey.
Cooper's just gonna move over to here, kind of duck behind, or kind of move against the counter for some manner of cover in case they have ranged, and he's hurt.
So, Faye, what are you up to?
This has gotten bad.
Or are you muted again?
Possibly.
Probably. Yes, I was. So Faye, so Faye can see Nikita and Akihima are done with their fight and are coming close. So she just wants to trap them in a whirlwind and keep them from moving.
Alright.
Well, she'll try, and I can try again. Action.
Yeah.
There.
Well, you see the two of them working together, bracing against the wind. Wind's whipping up all the fire and ashes and smoke that came from all these explosive rounds and red vials. But they're still standing strong.
That's fine. Like I said, she doesn't... She just wants to pin them in place. To, like, hopefully make it easier for whatever Nikita and Akihima come up with to hit them.
Isaac, I don't think there's enough medical cream in existence to deal with that burn.
God damn it.
So Akihima, what are you up to? I mean, you see the kitchen's on fire. You saw Cooper get flung across through the kitchen.
I'm about to be stupid. Because stupid works for some reason. I hope. So, here's my charge line. Full-on Kool-Aid Man style.
Go for it.
With the objective of tackling them out of the window. The first one I see. As I bust through the wall.
Oh, yeah!
Pretty much. Oh, come on!
I think you might bounce off the wall.
It's still a 25.
It's still a 25. I don't know if the
So,
wall...
first thing, throw me a break check to get through the wall, which is strength plus discipline.
Oh, that's gonna go horrible.
This could be a problem.
Or it could be higher than the attack roll.
No, not with the bonus, but...
Yeah. So you managed to oh-yeah your way through the wall in a shower of dry rock. Or sheetrock. Now continue your attack and throw your attack.
Kool-Aid Man!
Is there a bonus for charging or no?
Don't you get an advantage?
I forget what the bonus for charge is.
I thought you got advantage. Or was it like plus something?
I can't remember if it's like advantage or plus 3.
I can look it up real quick.
Let me
Go for it.
Advantage would be nice. I can rethrow the 3.
Characters can spend their entire
Rules,
action budget and the remaining capacity up to 5 on a single well-aimed attack to hit targets that would otherwise be beyond their capacity. Characters to make a charge attack increase their attack roll by the amount of capacity consumed. Charge attacks can be in melee or ranged attacks. Ranged charge attacks consume 1 additional capacity without additional benefits as normal ranged attack would.
Well,
So she has 1 capacity, so she adds 1.
Plus 1.
Yeah.
that's not going to make a difference.
28.
That makes it
doesn't
28.
As you come in and she sees you coming, turns and just goes away and moves to sidestep around you. Go ahead and charge between the two of them. So, Tonga, what are you up to?
Faye shouts, ice.
Okay.
Because
And
I
you
think
see-
Agahima busting through the wall like that is pretty surprising.
I'm supposed
you
to
see
act like the
Kespra
Kool-Aid
just
Man, not drink the
pop open her
Kool-Aid.
top, flash her tits, and say blanks.
Oh gosh, she's figured out Tonka's power. We're doomed.
Ooh.
So Tonga, what are you going to actually roll? Are you going to try to resist the secondary distraction?
I don't think the secondary one overrides the first one.
They could
Because
be
look at
half.
the rolls, I rolled for both.
Wow.
So the first one does win. Yay! Ice is more powerful than boobs in this situation.
He thinks ice boobs.
Alright, go for it.
Now I'm just imagining chunks of ice exiting his gun in the shape of boobs. Which, oddly enough, is not that different from bullets.
And somehow another very anime.
Yeah.
By the way, are you focusing Kestra, Ren, or both?
Kestra. She's closest.
Alright.
Did any of those connect?
One of them did.
Hail of gunfire.
Wait, shouldn't you have hit the attack button 4 times?
Angry
instead of just-
Kool-Aid Man style rock monster.
No,
Yeah.
because your secondary attacks don't get a stat bonus for...
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And then let's see, ice damage. Let's see here.
I think it freezes a person in place.
Target is held.
Alright, cannot move for 1 turn, can still attack. That's good news for keeping her in the building. It's probably bad news for Akihima.
I can take it.
And I'm assuming none of those hit.
Nope. As that back wall there is now a veritable winter wonderland of ice and slush and snow. So Nikita, what are you up to? You just saw Akihima run through a wall and you saw Faye scream ice for no reason.
Oh yeah,
I do
information about Tonga's semblance is in the 15-page.
I do see one of them get hit and frozen. In front of the hole in front of me. I whip into my, or again, she digs her feet into the carpet, kicks in her semblance.
God damn, Roper.
Get an extra 10 feet off a move action.
I accelerate towards, what is the other one?
I don't think we'll
Ren.
never succeed at this one.
Ren?
Ren is the one that's south, Kestra is the one that's been iced.
That one.
Alright.
And do you do anything else? That's
No, I'm going to slam into her.
Oh. Shouldn't you roll an attack?
Yeah, I'm trying to find my character.
I thought you had to double move to get there. Okay.
No, I'm doing a move throw on her.
No, she was only right here. That's...
Yep, this is the ride that never ends. God damn. 28, and I doubt that's going to be enough.
Alright, so you wind up your axe, and she does the splits and dodges right under the swing. She smiles, she looks at her sister and says, "Boy, it's getting a little crowded in here, isn't it?" "Yeah, I think we need to clear out a little space, don't you?" "Yeah." So, Akahima, throw me defense.
Against what?
As you see two kicks coming around you, and it looks not quite like they're going to roundhouse combo you like they did Cooper, but they're doing it in tandem.
I thought one of them was frozen.
They can still attack, they just can't move.
How would she lift her legs up, though?
Maybe it's Lega.
Yep, like when Yang got iced.
I drop to one knee and throw up both the arms, trying to catch both the kicks. This is going to be bad. I'm going to take this in the face and not regret it in the morning.
Throw me the parry.
I'm hard blocking. I'm not trying to parry to do damage back.
Okay.
She's resisting.
Nope. Roll 20.
Well,
I hate you.
She gives me points for being rock.
Let Hitomi speak.
And something that's very reminiscent to Cooper, she just got double kicked, and it's sending her sailing out the window. You haven't hit the ground yet, but you're starting to fall. And exiting the window wasn't exactly pleasant either, but no real damage.
Okay, well, the floor doesn't have tiling anymore, at least. Why is this reminiscent of the first time we had to fight something?
The T-Rex?
No, us getting...
First time we had to fight people.
First time we had to fight people.
Kept getting thrown out of the goddamn room.
And as Ren comes around with the kick, she is going to try to grab Nikita and throw her. Throw me a defense.
I'm going to parry.
Alright. Well, Ren grabs you and spins you between the two of them and throws you. And Kester comes around with a roundhouse kick to speed you on your way. Throw me a defense.
Should have put all the boost into endurance instead of strength. Must out-endure opponents. I'm gonna fly.
Hey. Second 27, right? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, 27.
Okay. Well, that kick sends you flying right off after Akahima. And now you're buddies with your bestest friend ever, Gravity.
We hate gravity. So much. It's the worst love-hate relationship of all eternity.
Cooper, it's your turn.
There is one answer to this problem. Explosions.
I already tried that. It only solved the problem with the wall.
Cooper is going to reload. Because capacity is... You have to reload to capacity for semblances there. And then he's going to take 2 nice files. And intends to just blow up where the 2 of them are standing. Strength and discipline.
I think in this case, they are the rock and we are the water.
Oh, now they're really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to the second one.
Alright, first one you got a hit.
What about the second with 30?
The second one you got a hit.
Oh yeah, the magic number.
Damage for both of them. Cooper angry.
Cooper angry. Cooper smash.
Isn't it a bad thing for Cooper to smash? Last time he did, he almost murdered someone.
That's kind of the point.
Dead again.
Am I supposed to say something now?
Cooper just saw his two teammates and the two people who were probably the kindest to him just get thrown out the window. It's like, oh hell no.
Elmo and Pete as the twins go up and oddly synchronized, tortured, burning death screams.
I will hug you.
Oh yeah, and Tonga's not.
We were trying to capture them.
Not necessarily.
Snore, Zeo,
We were?
20. Snore,
I
loyal
didn't-
follower, rolls over.
Cooper chooses the worst times to overreact.
Cooper and his cold-blooded murder.
Okay, we had to say they deserved it.
Okay.
Okay, Faye, you're the last one who has a chance to save Akihima before she falls.
Okay.
Or she has to save herself.
So I think can I use
Cooper took offense to shooting blanks.
I'm not sure whether
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just try first I'll try a whirlwind to pull both of them back into the
Alright, go for it. And that's a success.
Woohoo!
You managed to, not too gently, but still better than falling 3 stories, throw them back into the room. It hit the nice, mostly singed, a little wet from ice ball detonation carpet.
I was fine. 3 stories wouldn't hurt much.
Note to self. Just because my head is made of rock does not mean the insides are.
Cooper pulls himself into chair. Messages, Commandant. Subjects found, resisted.
Subjects terminated.
Subjects had to be terminated due to
Too much stock up.
complication. Due to too strong of resistance.
Well, I hope they didn't put up a heavy deposit for this place.
Well, as you're making the call, Cooper, you do smell a certain explosive chemical in the air with a lot of open flame around.
Cooper will use...
Added to the explosive chemical.
Oh no.
Cooper, I guess we'll try to use dust to basically quench all the flame quickly.
Go for it.
Cooper murdered them.
Alright, the kitchen is no longer on fire.
There we go. And then he'll just finish tapping out the message to the Commandant. It's like, number of injuries sustained, all of that, but for basically the group.
Really? Alright, where are they? Where? Oh. Really?
Is it a gas stove?
I already quenched the flame, but yes.
I reach down between the hole in the wall and the stove, and I crank the turn off for the gas.
Alright. So, Faye, how did it feel to be mentally linked with someone who just died a burning, grisly death?
Ooh. I think there's no insanity points in this game.
I think she's retching and like immediately runs into the shower and cranks on the cold water.
It's an odd time to take a shower.
You're right, Kiva. I mean, Nikita.
Ow. Okay. Note to self, don't get kicked by Chung Li and her sister.
I think they're clones.
What?
I think they're clones.
I think they were twins.
There's a difference?
Yeah.
Yes.
Twins are more.
No, I think it was just Taka saying that.
One is natural.
But Cooper's gonna kind of pull off the seat or holding his back a bit.
So Faye, once reassured that she herself is not burning, like wanders back out, just sopping wet. It's like, okay.
Are you gonna
Roll
be
me
alright?
detection, Tonga. Perception and discipline.
I should be. I didn't release my link quickly enough.
But look at Faye and I apologize. I'm sorry, I just saw, well, basically, Akima and Nikita out, and, no, I just don't think I could let that stand.
It's a 3-story fall, it's no big deal.
Yeah, we would have been mostly fine. The concrete at the bottom might not be.
Yeah, principle of the thing. No one messes with my team.
So, yeah, we look around for clues now, right?
Well, it would have been preferred if Cooper hadn't incinerated them.
Oh.
Well, Tonga, as you root through their clothes, you do manage to pull out a picture that is mostly unburned still. Picture has the twins, a person you don't recognize on it, and Cooper. They're all like clasped arm to shoulder around each other like they're nice, good friends. And on the back, it says, "The team that changed the world."
Cooper, is there something you want to tell us? And he holds up the picture to Cooper.
Cooper looks at it, he's like, I don't remember taking it in. I don't remember. Who's the 3 people in the picture?
The twins, you, and somebody we don't recognize.
Well, Tonga doesn't recognize. Cooper would recognize.
Which is?
Your very lovely friend that you cut a deal with in the Mafia. Vance Cherry.
Walking up to Cooper from underneath him and literally grabbing his throat. Do you want to explain this one to us?
I don't remember anything that day. I don't remember taking the picture.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I can confirm that whatever their semblance was did affect people's minds. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they did it, but if it's affecting Cooper's memory, there's a slight possibility. Well, more like it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities, that maybe if I were to use my link semblance, I could maybe undo whatever they did to him. Maybe, possibly, I don't know.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna make sure these two are actually dead and not playing dead.
How about we see if they're alive and therefore they can tell us more information when they're tied up and can't do anything.
Okay.
So how are you checking if they're dead / alive?
How do you always check if the human's dead / alive? You check their pulse.
Well, I mean, this is Tonga. I could just see him jabbing his sword into him.
Let's see. Gonna check their pulse as the gun is planted firmly in the back of their mouth. Well, the barrel is planted firmly in the back of their mouth. And I'm checking their pulse.
Well, it's a lot of crispy skin and boiled fat and goo. It's not exactly pleasant, but you're not feeling a pulse.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand over their heart.
Yep, you grab a field boob and you nestle in between the cleavage and nothing that's there except for a poorly desecrated, ruined set of boobs, courtesy of Cooper.
Cooper, destroy your boobs.
Okay. So they're both firmly dead. Now to make sure, I'm gonna put a bullet in each of their brain case.
Don't. Tonga, no, it's good enough.
No, we can go that dark.
Oh no, he's already done it. He's already done it.
Bam. You see their head twitch just from the impact of the blow, and out comes the back of their skulls.
That was unneeded. Cooper's gonna move over to bed, kind of sit down and look through the drawer, see if there's anything that import notes and.
Well, Nikita, you find someone's Bermuda shorts and Hawaiian shirt. Looks like it would have fit that guy out there.
Hey, out of character. Hey, Tonga, you want a new shirt?
Doesn't have any identification in it or anything, though.
No scroll.
Nope. And throw me a detection roll, Cooper, for your searching around.
We basically just gonna pull everything out of the drawer, see if there's anything. Which detection, something, and perception?
Discipline.
This has gone poorly.
Alright, so you're rooting around in there, and you see a couple of normal things for a nightstand. You see a book in there. It looks like some trashy dime store novel. You see a few bits of medicine, nothing in particular, just headache medicine, cold medicine, tossed aside. You find a stash of cocaine in there.
Well, at least now we know what the big guy was all jacked up on.
At least we know it wasn't that fine-ass warp dust.
I guess Faye will just search the entire apartment in general. Just toss the place.
Bronze, I don't think we were going to subject Faye at any point to diving into someone's dying brain and trying to extract stuff from them.
No.
Oh god, that'd be horrifying.
Do the alpha catch from Cowboy Bebop on them? Yeah, go for it. if you want to.
No, no one is subjecting Faye to that.
No, Faye is not going to try. Is not touching those bodies at. But she is going to try searching the apartment herself. Like I said, just a general flip. She'll just like flip the whole apartment. Huh?
Akahima's searching the what room nobody's going into, the office-looking room. It looks like Faye did a better job than I did.
Well, Faze, you're tossing through his clothes. You see, he has a uniform, and it's a uniform of the civilian police in Atlas.
So we just killed a cop?
And Akihima, you notice the giant I Love Me wall in his office. With all his various decorations and awards that he's gotten over his career.
Apparently a very good at I am a corrupt cop, but I love me wall, oh god.
You assume he's corrupt.
He was literally snorting cocaine in front of us!
With two people who are known to be able to control people.
Actually, they were not really near him at the time.
To be fair, they weren't exactly near Cooper when he was doing.
That is also true, but normally some amount of distraction normally gets the person to, break control, and being beaten up, I think would break control for most.
Or you don't think they were there. Maybe they were, they just told you to forget that they were.
No, if...
Watching behind the gray glass.
Like I said, if anything right now, Faye would try linking with... It might be a stretch for her semblance, but Faye would maybe try linking with Cooper and see if she could undo some of the memory blocks or whatever the heck they did.
That's nice.
Alright, go for it.
Even I'll admit that one.
Cooper's just sitting on the bed if you want to go over to him.
Well, she kind of explained what it's a possibility. Would he consent?
I've had more than enough people rooting around in my head, but I can stand one more.
Okay.
Cooper, can I hold on to your vials of red dust?
Cooper takes off his red dust containers. Here you go.
And this would
just wanted to double check.
What should I roll for this will and discipline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cooper is going to no way resist.
I am going to spend a point of aura to boost. So that gives me the equivalent of a ROC, right?
Yep.
Holy shit!
You throw a resolve, Cooper.
Cooper consents to mind
Even
rape.
if he's not resisting?
It's more like helping her out at this point.
Okay.
Cooper's consenting to the mind rape!
So, does Commandant want proof that these people are dead, or...
I'm sure I sent a message to him. I'm sure he'll send a message back.
Well, as you're rooting around in his mind, he uncovers a little bit more, meeting his old friend Vance Cherry in Atlas that night, coming up with a plan to destabilize the city by assassinating the ambassador's daughter, preying on Cooper's natural hatred of Atlas and its nobility.
He doesn't have a hatred of them. He just thinks that a lot of them are assholes.
Presume previous statement as correct?
I mean, do you remember lore class last Tuesday?
Well, no, that was just because he was literally misstating historical fact.
Oh.
She's a bird brain. No, I get that's fine.
Okay. So yeah.
So you get a little more information about that, and you see that they worked out this plan to assassinate the ambassador's daughter, and how that would break down the upcoming peace talks between the Atlas military brass and the Mistral military.
Okay. Well, that gives us the ultimate. Well, it gives us a good amount of information to return to the Commandant.
And there was someone else at that meeting, but you can't remember who.
Any just like tall, male, any description at all?
You just remember someone that you don't recognize.
But we have a face, if not a name.
No, it's more like a just indistinct mask because he doesn't recognize us and you can't pull the information up even with you helping.
Okay.
So is fake. Go ahead, Coop.
When Coop was done, I should kind of shake, like, oh god, that's weird.
So is Faye still dripping wet?
Might have dried a little bit in the meantime.
Nope. Tonga's gonna take off his shirt, move over to Faye, and try and help dry her off with his shirt.
Cloak, you mean?
Tonga, go find a towel.
Okay.
So, did Cooper just get mind raped?
It was consensual.
Yeah, Coop was just saying it was consensual this time for once.
Never mind. I was unaware he had anything that was consensual.
Do I find a towel?
Yes, you do. You pass the linen closet, but you can find one.
That's good! Do I find a towel?
A nice big tropical scene beach towel.
And then he uses that to dry Faye off.
It's a Tonga-sized towel, too.
Does it have pictures of pineapples on it?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So Faye gets wrapped up in a blanket-sized towel. She blushes as she's rubbed down.
But Cooper's gonna check his scroll and see if the Commandant's replied back.
He hasn't replied back yet.
Oh. Now, did we find a scroll for Claude in his room?
No, not yet.
I go over and I take a picture of this guy's just his face.
Well, it's a bit battered and bloodied after the ballistic missile, but you got a picture.
You may want to also hide him in the closet, because, cop.
No, hiding it would make it seem like...
I'm not going to move evidence.
Yeah.
Well...
I mean, we did do it.
Either way, he's in a room with two people who are known criminals with drugs, and he's a police officer. One way or the other, good, bad, or indifferent.
We just killed 3 people. I'm beginning to rate us up there with worst heroes ever.
But they were 3 bad people.
Faye's going through their closets.
They better have committed murder or child rape, or I am still not okay with this.
In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies, I only killed bad people.
Cooper looks at from what Faye helped me remember, the attempt to destabilize peace talks and possibly start another war between Atlas and Panto? Mistral, whatever. Yeah, that one. Atlas and Mistral.
Well, as you're looking around, you see, some linens, bunch of bathrobes, some casual wear. Looks more like it belongs with Tonga than any sane, rational person.
Are you saying Tonga's not sane or rational?
So the stuff in this closet actually fits his taste more than theirs.
Yep.
Checks this closet.
By the way, I will actually go to check to make sure that he is actually dead. Or not still alive.
Well, he's got a giant foot-sized hole where the center of his chest would be.
People survive with worse.
Pretty sure he's dead.
As you open up that closet, you see a lot of contraband. Drugs, money, guns, a few grenades. You swear that one of it looks like a shoulder-mounted missile launcher in there.
Okay. So, in other words, the spare parts room at the Academy workshop.
Plus drugs.
Plus drugs.
Plus the drugs.
And the money.
First you get the drugs, then you get the money.
Then you get the bitches.
Okay. Following this line of thought, it's like, okay, check.
Cooper, throw me a detection check.
Perception, what again?
Discipline.
She goes through this closet as well, because it's like this place is like screams like not.
Cooper too tired to notice most things. Well, it's 15, but unless a 15 gets him something now.
Well, you notice that those beds haven't exactly had their sheets changed.
Yeah, okay. I just looks from me to the eye.
Akahima's gonna walk out and stand on the balcony.
Faye looks through this closet.
You see a lot of work supplies there, extra stationery. Looks like he has some extra report forms, a bunch of file cabinets.
I was pressing the wrong arrow key.
Guys? This was not...
Here. What did she say?
This is not their place. They might have been... She blushes and is shacking up here, but this is not where they were living.
Yeah, it was the cop's place.
So,
alright, Nikita has her photographic evidence.
just gonna check these drawers since you can't just trust on the bed at the moment.
Alright, throw me a detection check, Cooper. You see what looks like a lot of his normal clothes and his uniform.
I'm finding nothing. Oh, be right back.
Okay, so we can basically tell he was a cop. There should be enough things around here that we can learn his name. Could we check? Can we check on the net
I don't want any
whether he was on active duty, whether he was
we fucked up.
Considered undercover.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody look through the papers on his desk to see if there's like bills or something?
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, if you want to check up on his records, it's a hacking test, will and discipline.
Okay.
This is not a good thing. This is bad. This is very bad. Very, very, very bad. We have fucked.
Alright, so you pick up that he's been on active duty. He's been in the paper a couple of times. He's supposedly made some pretty big busts in his beat. Seems to be something of a little hero cop where he pops up in the news from time to time, making some big scores, and he's well known for keeping his routes very safe and secure.
Probably because he was working mob with that agreement, stay out of the spots he was responsible for.
What I just heard is we just killed Detective Murphy.
No, we just killed somebody who was dirty.
Oh, I don't
the
think
corrupt cop from Batman?
Bullock?
Yep.
I thought he was less corrupt and more just an asshole.
Yeah,
No, he
but,
was corrupt as sin.
I mean, when you look at this closet full of drugs, guns, and money, does this look like something that's been accumulated over a couple weeks, or does this look like something that's been accumulated here for a while?
There's enough there that you're thinking you could probably buy a villa in a place that's nice and warm and hole up for the rest of your lives.
Yeah, this is not something that he just, came up with in the last few weeks. We've only been here, a short period of time investigating this. This is ongoing. This isn't your standard police officer's salary.
You was gonna go for the drugs and money, like, dang. Just dang.
How dang, you gonna take some, Cooper?
No.
Sure.
Even the rocket launcher?
There's white dust in here.
I can get that at the school.
That's not white dust, that's cocaine.
It's the white dust.
Hi.
It's the white dust.
If you take anything, take the Lien.
No. It's all evidence, and Cooper's just gonna look at Nikita and carefully explain, that's not white dust, that's a drug.
Yeah,
it's called
I know
cocaine.
that. I was trying to be funny. I know it's difficult for me to be funny sometimes.
He just smiles at that.
Alright, I'll put it to you this way. Sorry.
Comes back in, looks at you two. Okay, we confirm they're dirty. Do we have any more leads where to go from here, or do we just call the cops at this point?
I think we just killed the cop, so we might want to call the military instead.
I informed the commandant we could return to the school.
I send the pictures to Cooper's phone so he can send them to the commandant.
Cooper will do that.
Wow, Josh Thomas, what makes you think for 2 seconds Cooper would go straight to looting the lingerie?
Yeah, I doubt very much it would fit him.
To be perfectly honest, they were looting for the clothes, the cocaine, and the money.
Come on, Tonka, say it. You want to. But I want
What?
the guns.
I already have the guns. Oh, his guns. I don't know, is there enough to put on another additional weapon mod on his gun?
He's got a freaking rocket launcher in there.
So do I.
I think he. I'm just gonna say, no one's taking the guns. That includes you, Tonga. Especially you.
I think it might just be toast.
But yes, it's probably better to keep the information to the Atlassian military, especially the Commandant, because if there's one corrupt police officer, there's more.
Also, as much as I hate to do this, I take pictures of both of them.
Oh, what did Cooper do this time, Michael? We were supposed to capture 2 people. Instead, they're now incinerated, mostly ash on the floor.
Well, I didn't think I would crit so much. That was 4 crits in a goddamn row.
I didn't think I'd... Really, this is roll 20. As illustrated by my move at the start, if you don't say you're restraining yourself, you're not under any restraint.
Well, I figured I'd still probably miss, like, one of the attacks. Like everyone.
Alright, so you got pictures of charred corpses?
They're mostly as close as I can get to their hopefully not too badly burned faces, but if they're...
Yeah, it's probably at the you need dental records time.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That far, huh?
Yeah, Cooper really overdid it.
So we take the teeth then.
No,
So Cooper, what did we learn? Make one attack, resolve it, learn what happens, then make the second attack. Resolve it.
Also, maybe next time, just save ourselves a lot of beating on, just start with that maneuver.
That.
Yeah.
As I look around the apartment and like bits of drywall fall off the wall where Tonga was shooting it.
No, at this point we're talking about the range hood that's been like gently swinging, finally. Kush.
I didn't do it, but that'd be a bold.
You know, I think that at this point we have done sufficient remodeling that their bedroom is now twice its size.
Yeah.
And includes a partial kitchen. We should probably call the fire department.
No, Cooper put the fire out.
I guess. So I guess before we leave, yeah, Faye wants to just look through his documents on his desk quick to.
I'd take pictures of them, like copy all of them.
Find out what case he would technically be working on right now. And just anything else that would be interesting and possibly helpful. So.
Listen.
Well, he just got finished with a major drug bust.
Gee, I wonder where all the drugs went. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, locked up a faunus dealer and the family that he was working with. And his next big case that he was supposedly working on was a dust smuggling ring. Although it was in very preliminary stages.
That sound familiar.
Cooper, you still not heard back from the Commandant?
Cooper would check his scroll again.
You have no message back yet.
I think it would just be best we get to the school where...
I'm going to send a message to the Commandant with the same pictures of the drugs. With a bunch of question marks like, what do we do with this?
Stop. Call the Vice Commandant.
The Provost.
Yeah, call the Provost. Don't send a picture. Call.
Okay. We called her the other night. Call her again.
I called the Provost.
It rings 3 times and she answers and gives a little hello.
Is the Commandant currently indisposed?
No, he's in his office as far as I know.
He's not responding.
Were you aware of him sending out any teams on a mission to intercept the 2 women from the other night that got in trouble with Cooper?
Just your team, hon.
Right.
Wait.
Wait, as in he sent us out today. Like,
yeah.
He sent us out an hour ago.
Oh. Must have been busy last night. Oh, yeah, you were at that big dust up at the Nakajima Tower. Remind me to give Cooper an extra detention for that.
You already gave him a detention for that.
you already gave me one for that.
She said an extra.
So how long would it take you to get to, and I give the address?
2 hours.
You might want to see this. By might, I mean definitely should.
With only people you trust in your immediate vicinity.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 hour.
What Tonga said, with only people you trust in the immediate vicinity when you get here.
Is it? Any
Are
way,
you
shape,
gonna chill in the apartment while you're waiting for her? Or?
Cooper's just gonna lean against the wall nursing his back, basically.
I'm gonna go lock the door with all of the 5 locks that guy unlocked.
you suppose there's any way, shape, or form that the Commandant's involved in this?
Yes.
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 We're all on the same page?
Yep.
Yes.
So here's the thing. Who do you think the person we can't recognize is? Oh.
I take a look at the picture they're talking
don't-
about. Do I recognize this person?
The person they're talking about wasn't in the picture.
Oh, I thought there was
The
another person in the picture.
Cooper's memory. You would actually, I think, yeah, you would recognize him because you were with him and Saru when they informed
Yeah, you recognize that there's the mob boss from Mantle, Vance Cherry there. Cooper's best friend.
But no, this is apparently another mysterious person. AKA the guy who pulls all the strings.
Oh boy. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. We're fucked.
So yeah, I think
Faye, you
is
didn't recognize the person in his the memory you pulled out of Cooper?
This is not good.
If he
This is bad. Very bad. I'm just saying, this is bad.
if he didn't have an image of the person in his mind, there's would have been nothing for me to draw. Yeah, like it's he didn't recognize the person, so didn't. There's nothing in his memory to draw from. Try to identify him as well.
So how long are they waiting? Just so I can give Cooper some aura back. So 1 aura. Yeah, 2 HP and an aura.
So, anyone want to take a bet whether or not the provost is going to give him another detention?
I think the provost will give all of us detention.
If we're wrong, this is jail time.
I don't think there's any doubt that this guy is corrupt.
And you hear a knock on the door.
Check through the peephole first.
Who's answering it? Oh.
And you see the very impatient looking High Provost there.
Was tempted to ask what's the password and then just unlocks the door. Opens it very cautiously.
And she looks at Tonga, she looks at Nikita, she sees Cooper slinking around behind her.
Yeah. 2 detentions, I know.
And a naked dead body in the hallway.
In our defense, he was naked when he answered the door.
She just shakes her head and goes, "You know the drill, Cooper."
I just said, yeah, I know detention. So, I have to say, this time, they probably deserved it.
This place has more firepower than I do.
Well, that's certainly saying something, Mr. Otero.
I'm not joking either. Look in the closet. The bedroom closet, not that closet.
No, I'm this guy. Do you recognize him?
She looks down at it and goes, "No, young, fit. Probably not a minor. Should I?"
Everything tells us that he's a local police officer.
Who seems to have a very nice penchant for cocaine.
There's all sorts of illegal contraband.
Follow me.
One of his rooms.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Those are the 2 twins. Were the 2 twins that we suspected of having some kind of control or influence and being connected to the mob.
Akahima looks up and waves nervously.
Wait,
So I think it was either Akahima or Cooper.
Points
Akahima doesn't burn people. Well, no, she does burn people. Never mind.
They had, after I saw them pretty much throw my team out of the building, I used Redstone, and it was a far more volatile piece than I had intended.
Mr. Silva, I can confirm that their semblance was some kind of mind-altering ability. I was able to resist it thanks to my own semblance.
The triangle of mindfuckery.
And over here is the closet filled with loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of all kinds of things that I don't think are necessarily legitimate or legal.
She looks over at you. Did you take any?
No.
No.
She studies you for a moment. Then she nods.
We thought it was best to get someone from at least in military rather than police, because if one person's on the take, there's going to be more.
I've already taken pictures of this closet.
Which we sent to the Commandant, but he hasn't replied.
Well, it's good to see you finally using your head, Mr. Verdigris.
Did she just compliment Cooper?
Yeah.
I think she did.
Wait a minute, what did he do? We had to
Okay,
note this.
who replaced someone? Cooper's getting compliment, someone's been replaced.
The compliment for if one person's on the take more, there's going to be more, so contact military. Because there's going to be some level of separation between those two.
Oh, we already gave you acknowledgement for that as being a good idea, so.
Well, yeah, but she's doing that now.
So we figured to make sure that we don't get in any worse trouble than we probably already are, and we should contact somebody from the military.
You know, you and the Commandant.
Commandant didn't see fit to reply.
Well, he is a busy man.
He informed us that to come here earlier today with the intent to capture, and well...
They didn't leave us much choice.
Unfortunately, no.
That's regrettable.
Well, I mean, we could barely get near them, and...
We're fucked.
They had kicks like Chuck Norris.
She looks over at the bruise on Cooper's face and goes, I see.
Holds up the twin matching bruises on each of my forearms.
And the fact that Cooper, since he still has that 1 point of injury, he's probably like holding his aching back at the moment.
Well, this is troubling. Seems that you're running out of people you can trust in the world. What is your next step?
We have a picture of someone. We don't recognize who. Maybe.
His name's Vance Cherry.
You know, my opinion.
Oh yes, Mr. Verdigris' friend from Mantle.
And some memories of mine have returned. It seems these two, along with Vance Cherry and someone else I do not recall the face of, were trying to cause peace talks between Atlas and Mistral to fall apart with the assassination of the ambassador's daughter, Miss Hunter.
Oh, that makes sense. And of course you're planning to repair that relationship now, aren't you?
You realize we're the worst politicians in the world, right?
However, we are able to, whether it would be admissible in court or not, we do have a solid link between the assassination attempt and the Mantle Mafia, making it technically an internal affair for Mantle.
Yeah, but it's either we solve the rest of this or they throw us to the wolves. Or wolf-shaped grim.
Well, she smiles at Faye. Well, Mantle's problems are our problems. We are Mantle. At least technically.
I say we go straight up to the mob boss, grab him by the throat, and demand to know what the fuck's going on.
That'll probably go over just as well as this did.
Thank you, I was about to say that exact same thing.
Two strongest people out of his sight.
We could show him pictures of his dead friends.
That's likely just going to piss him off more. Mind you, I'm not disagreeing that we shouldn't, go and ask him some questions. It's just, I doubt these two were the strongest of his employ, because they're probably going to be his personal bodyguards. And these two took all of us to take down. And most of what we did in melee combat was absolutely useless.
This is not a job for... Or that is not a job for routine or hunters in training.
We would probably need actual hunter backup for that. And by actual hunters, I mean people who have properly graduated. And no, that does not mean graduating us instantly is a good excuse.
I think what you're trying to say is we're first years. Negotiating peace and stopping a war is a second-year thing.
Oh no, we're like 2 weeks in of first years. The fuck? I mean, I know we're the problem team, but the fuck?
We're just gonna kind of look at this over, so I have to ask, how many detentions is this?
Cooper, the better answer is yes. It's not an actual number, it's just yes.
Cooper, I think it's best we assume that our team will just be attending detention every Saturday unless otherwise indisposed.
Probably.
Damn it, that means I'm getting roped into... Oh, I already get detention for noise complaint.
Other reasons, but now you have detention for all new reasons. You could call it double detention.
Well, Alaria walks up, puts her hand on Cooper's shoulder, gives it a nice strong squeeze with relatively startling strength considering her body, and smiles at Cooper and says, well, we'll serve off one of your detentions tonight, taking out Miss Hunter. Someone's got to mend fences.
But
wait, taking out, like, don't tell me we have to kill her.
No, no, do not kill her. She points at Tonga. No, do not.
Scratching his head some. Cooper's getting a booty call as an order?
Unless he can think of a better way to make peace.
We're fucked.
I mean...
we've been
Cooper, shut up and take the booty call.
Attempting to solve her murder or attempted assassination sounds like trying to make peace. Do I really have to? She's rather annoying.
Pots and kettles, Mr. Verdigris. Pots and kettles.
Not only that, but I think she's only into humans, so none of us elves fit.
I guess Cooper...
Slap Cooper on the back and say, "God, you get off easy, don't you?"
Cooper, since he was slammed into the stone pillar by his back, was like, ah, why the pain?
For the rest of you, you've made a powerful enemy here today, and I would start planning on how to deal with that.
So, do you think the Commandant will want adjunct proof that these two are dead, or are you going to talk to him?
He's a civilized man. He doesn't need some grisly trophy.
Okay.
I think the pictures are enough.
So do we just leave all this here?
Well, unless you feel like stealing from the corrupt and the dead.
No, I just wanted to know whether or not you needed...
Mikashi, no. If we go back, no.
Yeah, she's halfway about shoving the money down her cleavage. She continues.
Cooper would attempt to grab her hand and stop her.
So,
Miss with the other hand.
Miss De Silva, it's perfectly fine then to take the 2 rocket launchers and throw them onto the guns? Considering they're dead, not using it anymore, and corrupt, so...
I frankly don't care.
Gun!
Oh dear God. Great, I have... So we have two people looting for money and guns.
And Mr. Verdigris, do try to wear something nice and be on your best behavior.
Is there literally any other way I could do that? I sent her a fruit basket. I mean...
I look over at the Provost Marshal and I smile and I go, oh, don't worry. Cooper's actually good at dressing up.
So I recall.
I am sad to say she has a point.
Though the best
Really,
behavior
detention-
still requires some work.
Yeah, we'll have to help him with that.
Really, Michael Bones? Detention by Snoo Snoo for Snoo Snoo? Really? Really?
At least it's not Snoo Snoo.
I liked my comment earlier. Harry Potter had an easy first year.
I mean, he has at least an easy first 2 weeks.
You're right. You're right. He had a much easier first year than we are. Alright, shall we,
Tonga's gonna pick Faye up, cradle her in his arms, and walk out the door with the rest of the people.
Mika's
Faye
gonna
and
jump on
with
this
rocket
bed.
launchers?
Maybe.
I am not looting anything.
I must add that Mika walked all the way over here with the provost, while he's carrying pineapples.
Pineapples.
And so you leave a very grisly scene into the afternoon of Atlas.
Are you kidding? This is just a Monday.
So this
is gonna be how all of Monday's gonna go.
This is a reminder that you know, RWBY is a bright and cheery set of people covered in a world of, oh my God, why does this darkness, my old friend, keep showing up?
Yeah.
Why gun? Because gun. Daka equal Daka equal Daka.
The night is still young. It's about 4 p.m. right now. People are just getting off of work. Streets are congested. It's about sundown. Night's getting a little colder. Wind's picking up off the oblast. Where?
Say it again. You told me you kind of cut off.
I said sundown, 4 p.m. The wind's coming off the oblast. Nice and chilly out. People are heading home, wrapped up in their coats, trying to stay out of trouble. Got the military presence out on most every street corner. Where are you heading to?
Let's go home, watch the movies.
Cooper has to go home to get ready for a date he's being forced into.
Can we go to the movies while Cooper gets Snoo Snoo?
Sure.
I agree.
If it's anything I've learned, we better be available to bail him out.
I don't think she's gonna want an orgy. I think she's just gonna want Cooper.
Cooper's half tempted to just, like, break a toe at this moment. Here.
That won't get you out of your date.
Yeah. With a broken foot,
Well,
he can't walk, could.
Technically, he could order Tonga to take his place.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Technically, he could order anyone to take his place, but how well that would work, I don't.
Yeah. I also head back real quick for so Cooper can get dressed all properly.
But I think he might want to appoint somebody to accompany them as they shop.
I I think this is kind of a good place to end.
Yep. You all head off to the movies to watch whatever it is you want to watch. Maybe take Mags with you.
Sure. Sure, taking Mags with us will be something much more lighthearted.
And Cooper goes to get laid.
Oh, dear.
Making one for the team.
And on top of this, because his aura's down, he's doing this without protection.
No, he's recovered 1 point of aura. He's recovered a point of aura.
Well, alright then.
Well, I hope you all had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was kind of a shorter session, but it's because it got split up with the session before.
So, I have, I think like 2 people, maybe. Streamlabs load. 3 people. Cthulhu, Drinking Buddy, and Nicholas Claus. And Drinking Buddy gets the hat for just $5. Kinda went really cheaply today. I would like to thank you, Tommy, for putting together the content today, and I would like to thank everybody else for being involved and just having a good time. Hopefully we'll see more of you on Tuesday, when I'm going to be, I don't know what I'm streaming yet, it'll get announced in a video.
The stream tip grenade has been armed. 5 seconds until detonation.
Never mind! Michael Bones gets the hat.
He just bombed the stream tip at the end.
He gave me 5 boobs.
GG, Bones.
Putting on my
GG.
hat because I'm supposed to. There, I put on my cute hat. So thanks, Michael Bones. I'd like to thank my 2 top tier patrons, Michael Bones and Hector. I mean, not Hector. Who the hell is my other top tier patron? Oh, Anom. Hector's a $10 patron. Anom is the other top tier patron.
So he gave 1 boob for all the 5 boobs who went in on this mission.
Yep, he gave a boob for every boob that went in on the mission. Because we're all boobs. I would also like to thank Flopadoodle, Mad Thrain Sainson, Michael Martini, Diego Flores, Nikito, I Lurk in the Corner, Randall Lister, John Monk, Jesse Fisherhawk, Jen Sayenka, and Jim Scatiti for being patrons, and they're kind of awesome, and that's why they are awesome. And I would like to thank our YouTube sponsors, which currently do not have access to the YouTube sponsor list due to the community guideline strike that we're still waiting to blow over. Frustration! But in the meantime, I think...
By the way, if you go watch that 3.5-minute video I posted in Tabletop, you will see that RWBY has killed people in the series. Not just
kills that they rack up
yes.
are grim.
Yes, but she kills several of the gang members. There's probably no doubt about it.
Fair enough.
I mean, none of them seem to have any sign of aura, so yeah, probably.
Gang's much worse.
Thank you, Michael. Boobs. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for videos, and tonight actually for a hangout stream that I was supposed to do last night that involves alcohol, but didn't quite happen, and I apologize for that. I kind of got tired. And special thank you to Hitomi, who needs to also let me know when the when the next chapter will be ready, so I can hand her chapter 6 to go looking through. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.